Rusame reader, Crow Song, and today I will be reading to you from Black Coffee by MysterySaviour. Now, on to Act 1, Chapter 15. A loud crash sounded from the kitchen, followed by a terrified scream. America ran out of his bedroom and slid on the wood panel floor, almost crashing into the open fridge. What happened? Japan looked at him sheepishly, holding a saucepan handle as her tail drooped and her ears flattened. Wait. America sighed as he stared at the pathetic saucepan laying on the ground, separated from its lifelong companion. Japan, America whined, squatting down to gently pick up the depressed cooking equipment and cradling it to his chest. Juniper and Orchid were soulmates. The Neko's ears flicked with interest. Juniper and Orchid? America nodded, standing up and stroking the saucepan softly. Russia turned the corner with a cardboard box in his arms, wearing only a black tank top and short jeans, even though it was fairly chilly. He chuckled as he placed the box on the wooden dining table, walking up to the two countries in the kitchen. Calm down, Mary. What happened? America pouted, shaking his head. Russia sighed, amused, and slipped his arms around America's waist, pulling him into his chest. He nuzzled his face into the back of America's head, squeezing him gently. America blushed and leaned into the touch, still holding onto the saucepan for dear life. Come on, you can tell me, Russia murmured into his ear, the smaller nation's hair tickling his face slightly. Japan leaned against the counter with her arms crossed, virtually buzzing with excitement as her tail twitched this way and that, and her ears perked up. Junie here was married to Orchid, America whimpered, nodding to the handle Japan still had in her grip. For, ages. For some reason, America found his eyes watering and his lips quivering. Life had been stressful lately. What with making up with his father and being invited to stay with them again, as well as college and his job. To top it all off, he was getting these strange feelings and urges around Russia, who was completely straight. Well, as far as he knew. While America was a flirty country by nature, he never usually said more than cute comments and cheesy pickup lines. He was normally pretty huggy too, always wanting attention from his friends after a long day to recharge. But around Russia, it was different. He constantly wanted to hold him, be held by him, cuddle him, relax in his warmth, sleep by his side, and feel his lips on his. Hey, it's all right, Mary, Russia reassured, wiping away the tears that had started trickling down the other's face. He let go of America and shot him a dazzling smile as he did so, holding his cheek in his warm hand. America shivered at the loss of his warmth and clutched Juniper tighter. Russia jumped to action, grabbing the handle from Japan, who was startled but readily gave it to him, and quickly returned to America, holding out Orchid. America tilted his head in confusion as he held up Juniper as well, trusting Russia enough. Russia slotted the handle into its position and the saucepan was complete again. See? Russia chuckled. Can't keep soulmates apart. America stared vacantly down at the perfected piece of equipment, mouth hung open. He started to giggle, then chuckle, then laugh, and threw his arms around Russia, taking care not to damage the couple again. Russia smiled and wrapped his arms around the emotional country, burying his face in his hair. Japan literally covered her mouth with her hands to contain her squeals. All right, that's enough, Russia joked, lightly pushing America away. I'm going to take these boxes down to the car. America sniffled and nodded, watching intently as Russia picked the box up he had previously set down on the counter, as well as a few more strewn about the room. Sweat dripped down his face and his bulging muscles as he struggled with the weight, but acted fine. He was unaware of America's gaze as he strolled to the apartment door. He paused, staring at the closed door and his occupied arms as if they were his mortal enemies. America rushed to the door and flung it open for him, grinning as if nothing had happened, saucepan still in hand. Russia nodded to him and smiled as thanks, and America clicked the door closed behind him. That was amazing! Japan squealed, unable to contain her fangirl instincts any longer. She bounced on her feet and waved her arms around. America shushed her and shook his head, with an annoyed smile. What are you talking about? That right there, Japan squeaked, a little more quiet now. That was like something out of an anime. You totally like him. No, I don't! Japan placed a hand on her hip and smirked, flicking her tail. Hun, you got it bad. America groaned and slid down the door to the ground, curling up into a ball. The events of the morning flashed through his head and painted his face a bright pink as he covered his expression with his hands. Okay, maybe. Japan squealed again, frolicking over to him and joining him on the floor, eyes alight with intrigue and mischief. You guys would make the cutest couple. He's not gay, Japan. How would you know? The excited country shot back. You haven't even asked. I can just sense it, America grumbled, picking at the lint on his NASA sweater. It's like a gaydar, but like for straightness. Japan frowned. Stop ruining my yaoi plans. This is like my main ship now. Gotta get some fluff fanfics and smut, of course, and... Japan, America began, cutting his friend off. I love you and your yaoi, but it's seriously creepy when it involves me. Plus, I don't want to push his boundaries if he's not comfortable with that sort of thing. Japan just grinned, showing off her pearly white fangs. I think he's more fit for you than you give him credit for. That the last of them? Canada asked, placing the cardboard box in his arms onto the huge king-sized bed America had just upgraded to. Yep, that should be, America sighed in relief, wiping the sweat away from his forehead. He flashed Canada a grateful smile and slapped him on the back. Thanks for your help, Moose Man. Canada just rolled his eyes and embraced his older, but shorter, brother. It's good to have you home, eh? We all missed having you around. America playfully shoved Canada off, winking at him. Come on, Can. Don't get all Sap City on me now. Canada snorted. Yeah, it's dinner time anyway, so you won't have to deal with it for much longer. America brightened intensely at that. Really? Great! America cheered, following his younger brother through the long, wide, and homely decorated hallway to the dining room. The mansion sure was huge. It would take a while to get his bearings back after so many years away from his childhood home. I've been dying to have some of Mum's good old home-cooked meals again. Canada chuckled. Good, because knowing her, there'll be too much of it for all of us to eat. It's good to have the pig back at the table. Hey! I'm just kidding, eh? Sure. Canada pulled America into a tender side hug as they roamed the halls. I really missed you, America. Right back at you, Maple. Right back at you. And that's the end of this chapter. I hope you enjoyed it, because I did. Anyway, I'd like to invite you to join the Discord, which is linked down in the description below. That being said, I hope you have a nice rest of your day, night, or whatever it is for you. Just enjoy your time, and I will see you tomorrow.